today express my deepest gratitude to my Guru, Brahmashi Pitama Patriji. His impact on my life is um, tremendous. It can be said that I started to have some like a kind of a rebirth because my life was going in a very unconscious way. And his simple tool of meditation made me aware of what I am actually and the choices that I'm taking in my life and how I see my life. Everything changed after that. So today we are going to speak about how awareness and gratitude helps as a tool for us to maintain our energy field and help us to live consciously in our life. So what is awareness? First, to understand the basics, because yeah. So the side effect of practicing meditation is awareness. So this is a very beautiful statement in a very positive way, because awareness, it is the ability to observe your thoughts. What happens is that when you do meditation, you give breaks to your thoughts. The thoughts keep on happening. They keep on coming into your mind, and you keep focusing away from your breath onto your thoughts, and this is a process that keeps on happening. So when you do it over a period of time, your level of awareness keeps increasing. The gap between the thoughts keeps on increasing, and you'll observe your thoughts, you'll observe the feelings that you're having and surroundings without analyzing or judging them eventually. So this awareness, it's like a mirror. It helps you to see the patterns that drives your behaviors, even the ones you don't consciously recognize. Now, by examining those patterns, we can make intentional changes that elevate not just our experiences, but also the experiences around us. Now we'll make choices intentionally. We are no more in an autopilot mode. So by repeatedly focusing on breath and noticing where our mind wanders, we naturally start developing awareness of where our mind is going. So the more we practice awareness in our daily life, not only while meditating, but while cooking, while having shower, while waiting for a taxi, while sipping coffee, noticing your thoughts, being in the moment. The more we become familiar with being aware, slowly through practice, it becomes second nature. It becomes a default, it becomes a habit. For us, in order to experience this beautiful emotion, this beautiful feeling of gratitude, we must first become aware. Becoming aware of what our life is about and why is it important. We must stop, take a moment, be in the present moment, experience all that is around us in our lives to begin to know how much each of us has so much to be grateful for. It's about taking a step back, being mindful, and recognizing the blessings and kindness that we receive from others or from the life itself. And for that feeling to develop, for that feeling to be noticed in ourselves, awareness is a foundation. So awareness is a foundation for a gratitude. And gratitude is a awareness practice. As you practice being in aware, the gratitude, the energy of gratitude very easily flows through you. It's that feeling and an emotion that you will automatically click, you automatically feel it. And all that requires is that you intentionally start noticing and appreciating the good in your life. And you can never do that in an autopilot mode. Rather than you'll just start saying only thank you, but there is no feeling or no emotion to that. Why are you saying it? Where is it coming from? So for that, it requires for you to slow down, be in the present moment, shift your focus from what is missing to what is already abundant in your life. It will not only improve your mood, it will not only improve your well-being, your relationships. It is like a gift for us in our life, what gratitude is going to bring into our lives. So gratitude is basically moving from, um, one second, yeah. So Gratitude is moving from being egocentric to oneness. So first, let us understand what actually the meaning and the essence of gratitude is. What does this emotion or this tool of gratitude or this feeling of gratitude makes us to shift or makes us to think about, or how does it help us? So gratitude helps us to move from being very egocentric, self-centric towards oneness and humility. That's a beautiful um, shift that happens in one's life when we start practicing gratitude. So it describes a journey, or it makes us to move or do a journey from a self-centered, individualistic viewpoint towards a broader and more profound recognition of interconnectedness with the world and all that is around us, all that inhabits this world. Because we need to understand that our ego, it always says that whatever you have in your life, it's all because of you and only you. We get so much caught up in our life and have so many expectations that we feel we deserve these things. We deserve these things. There is no what do you say, greatness that someone has done to you. You deserve it. That is some what do you say, a feeling that your ego reaffirms you every day. And we also might feel many times that, I worked harder for this thing, so I deserve it. It's supposed to happen for me. So a sense of entitlement happens to us in many ways. But being grateful makes you understand that none of us do anything by ourselves. We all have we all have had an amazing a group of people around us, like our teachers, our gurus, our parents, our friends, our neighbors, our family, people we have randomly met, randomly connected, who have influenced our lives. So we never achieve anything by ourselves in our life. We achieve it with the help of community of people around us. That's very important. That's what gratitude brings us, uh, brings into our life. That's what gratitude makes us feel. So to be grateful is to acknowledge and appreciate things and people in our life. Now, acknowledgement is nothing but an act of noticing. We take a moment, we start noticing a positive event or someone who has acted kindly towards us in that particular situation, or today, or in that particular moment where we were just all over the place, and this person comes into our life and his act of kindness really shifted our energy that day. So you then first, when you acknowledge it, you start to appreciate it. So when you start appreciating it, there is an emotional connection, a recognition, a value, a meaning to that person or that event or that object in your life. Gratitude reminds us a sense of purpose in life, especially in those times when we are very deep in our abyss, very deep inside that black hole. Gratitude reminds us that we can cultivate a fulfilling life regardless of what the circumstances is. It's not only Gratitude does not only act like a vaccine for a difficult emotion, it also broadens our awareness of blessings around us. It magnifies the positive feelings more than the negative feelings. That's what exactly it does. It's not like we are curbing down our negative feelings. We are a being of emotions. We have all those things coming up. We'll accept them, but we try to not linger around them, not try to feed those emotions more, but rather we start bringing up those positive feelings so that we have a better perspective to that situation. That's what gratitude does. So we also need to understand there are little misconceptions towards gratitude, because it is understood in a very different way. I did do that mistake because I was not aware of it. Slowly, when I started to practice it, I became aware of it, like what exactly gratitude is all about. So first thing we need to understand is gratitude is not being thankful. Being thankful, a person can be thankful without being grateful, but grateful person is always thankful. Because being thankful is very, very transactional, because it's an automatic response. It's momentary. It's more like a good social manners, very verbatim. It's like a response without any actual emotion and feeling to it. We do it in an autopilot mode. Of course, it's most of the people don't do it, but to understand the energy of gratitude, we need to understand that being thankful is not being gratitude. We need to understand that first. And the second thing was the egocentric view of understanding gratitude, because the egocentric perspective of gratitude is often conditional and transactional. It's like you're being thankful or you are being grateful only to the things that benefit you personally. For example, you start saying to yourself that I'm grateful because I received this gift, I'm grateful for my house, or I'm getting a promotion or achieving a special goal or something. This type of gratitude is very temporary and superficial. There is also another aspect to this egocentric gratitude is that, which many of times I did sometimes do that initially, is that when you feel grateful of your life by comparing it to someone else's life and say to yourself that, oh, I really should be happy and grateful because I'm so much better than these people. Their life is so much worse. That's not gratitude. Your feeling of well-being is dependent on someone else's pain and suffering. That feeds your ego. So that is egocentric view of gratitude. That is not the real feeling or the emotion of gratitude. So don't force. And also, it's very important that this forceful or people try to force gratitude onto others. That feeling, when you're not feeling it emotionally or internally, the real energy of gratitude does not come out. So the forceful gratitude also is not true form of gratitude. So now, since we understood something about gratitude, so how do we start developing the practice of gratitude in our day-to-day life? How do we start inculcating it as an everyday aspect in our life? First starts with the attitude of gratitude. That is our mindset. Because at times it may be very hard to find something to be grateful. For example, if right now I'm seeing around that if you are a recent graduate, you have graduated from college, there is no job, there is no money to buy whatever you want. You are living in your parents' house or in a relative's home. There are no friends around. Everyone is looking for their own job, so you don't get to meet your friends. There is no car to go anywhere. So it can be really challenging to just be positive and grateful in a world that is so focused on instant gratification and having the best of everything. Now, if we want something, we have all the means and everything available. We just go and get it. A lot of I see that happening a lot around me. So there is so much instant gratification happening. So it's easy to feel like there is nothing to be grateful of. That feeling of gratitude does not come naturally. It needs to be practiced. So now when you see this picture, especially this picture, there are two people in a bus. The one sitting on the left side of the bus, the person seems to be a little sad. It seems like he's crying, carrying all the world's weight on his shoulder. So when we look out the window on the left side, there is nothing but darkness. Everything is gray, miserable, just like his mood. Now coming to the right side, there is a lot of greenery. There is a lot of mountains, sunshine, rivers that are flowing. So there is so much life and activity on this side. It's absolutely beautiful to look into. So both men are on the same bus. They have same opportunities, but they are having completely opposite experiences. So this illustration tells us that what you experience is all based on the perspective. You can choose to focus on the positive and sit on the right side of the bus, and choose negative and sit on the left side. It's all your choice. So that's why it's developing a mindset is really, really important. So each person is acting according to his mindset. So to really embrace this beautiful gratitude, this emotion, this feeling of gratitude, there needs to be an attitude, a mindset shift towards inculcating gratitude in everyday life. So how do we do that? First is to reframe your everyday experiences. So usually an ordinary day of running your everyday errands or doing your work time, when you start doing this gratitude practice noticing what you are positive of, what you are thankful of, or what good is happening in your life, it sometimes becomes easy to notice at a normal, ordinary day. But what about a challenging day where everything seems to go wrong for you? At the end of the day, you feel completely drained. So especially during those times, don't finish your day in that note. Sit calmly and in your mind, reflect on everything that happened and find at least one aspect of the day for which you can express gratitude. It might be a person holding a door for you when you are so much, carried in your own thoughts. The person saw it and he hold the door for you so that you could go. These are the tiny moments that we need to notice. Journal it. By doing this exercise, we show ourselves that even on our most challenging days, there is always something to be thankful for, something we just need to take a moment, breathe, and look at the things differently and just change your perspective. Second one is you can start developing gratitude boards, creating gratitude boards, just like vision boards. It's really fun-filled activity. So you can create your own gratitude board with your favorite quotes that inspire you, the pictures that inspire gratitude, letters or messages from your loved ones who have returned to you. Whenever you see that, you feel positivity. So you can put them onto the board. You can create it however you want, change it whenever you want. So in that way, they are always standing in front of your eyes so that you get motivated and you shift your perspective or your mindset by seeing that. The third one is reframing your negative thoughts. This is an essential part of cultivating gratitude mindset, reframing negative thoughts into positive ones. How we think and feel influences our choices, our actions, our behaviors, and then our experiences in our life. This is a beautiful clip that I've taken from your placebo book, where Joe Dispenza explains it very beautifully that, how when we are in autopilot mood, we create the old state of being. When we try to shift our perspective, add new habit patterns, add new thoughts, inculcate new experiences, how we create a new reality. That's what we need to do if we want to bring gratitude naturally into our everyday living, to start seeing things even in the darkest of the times. It will help you. So that is one aspect that we through which we can develop the mindset of gratitude, is by reframing your thoughts. Just I've given an example here that sometimes when you feel that it's too hard for you to see a situation or to be with a person, you can reframe it. You can reframe the particular thought into a different aspect. You can say that, okay, let me try or look into it through a different angle, or take some help from some person. So in that way, you can keep shifting your thought, the negative thought that keeps on coming up. The other thing is that you have to have a positive self-talk, because we need to understand that we are the only person that we spend most of the time with. All other relationships and everything, uh, when compared to the time that we spend with ourselves, is little less. So positive self-talk focuses on being kind to yourself. So that is very important. So to embrace gratitude, we need to change our mindset, which enforces changing our attitude, our feelings, our thoughts. And as soon something negative or something disturbing crops up in your mind, try to shift into positive or at least neutral. It will help us to look into different possibilities. There are so many windows and doors. All we need to is just open up. But in this mess, we don't see them. So that is what gratitude helps us with. And when it comes to emotional and physical well-being, gratitude practice will increase your dopamine and serotonin levels. It has been proven in many medical studies that they have done over a period of time. They have observed that these feel-good hormones have increased in people. And it also increased brain activity in anterior cingulate cortex and prefrontal cortex. It's basically your forebrain that is responsible for your decision making skills, for your memory, for your social behavior, everything. It also activates your hypothalamus, which helps you in having a good sleep cycle, and it helps you curbing your insomnia problems. So in 2015, a study was done by the Chopra Foundation in collaboration with University of California. They picked up around 185 to 200 patients who are cardiac patients and are going through different ailments of cardiac related diseases. So all they did was they gave them a beautiful gratitude journal and asked them, they were taking their medications and everything. They also asked them to inculcate this practice of gratitude. They asked them to write three things that you're grateful and why, little detailedly every day. So they did it for 21 days. And within 21 to 30 days, I think, in a month, probably, 30 days, they observed that when their blood was taken and, it was checked up, they saw that, these inflammatory markers of especially these cardiac patients, they observed that these biomarkers of inflammation, they have gradually reduced. And that was really a great discovery that was done at those times. And mm, what gratitude did to those patients was very how can you say that it's very different, like what is happening in your body that is making you to curb this inflammation and to work wonders with your physical body just by practicing gratitude for 21 days or 30 days. It's showing so much transformation in those patients. So that is what gratitude does to you. And gratitude also helps you in nurturing your relationship, especially because this is one part that we majority of us go through. uh, it's a challenging aspect to us is how we nurture our relationships. So gratitude practice helps to strengthen emotional bonds. So regularly expressing gratitude creates a deeper emotional connection between the partners. This is observed. So when you keep expressing your gratitude to the other person, the opposite person feels valued and appreciated. So that is what it helps. And always, when you are grateful, you'll automatically be respectful to your partner or to the family members. Even when the family member or a partner is screaming or is shouting at you because they might have a bad day, you automatically show respect to them. You be patient towards them, and that you later the opposite person will also understand and value what you have done to them. So they'll be feeling very grateful that at those time you have took time to be in silence so that whatever I could express, I could express. So kindness is also a beautiful attribute of gratitude, whether it's helping someone or some random stranger perform perform a random act of kindness to them by doing something nice to someone. This happened to me because when I was in an ice cream shop, I was in a gelato shop, and I was picking up my gelato ice cream and went to the lady for billing, and she said that the lady before you paid for you. And I was like, who is she? I don't know. She said that it's okay. What? How much? Then I asked that, yeah, I just took only one cup of gelato. What if I take two or three? Then she said that how much ever she takes, she said, put it on my card. So that was so beautiful, that random act of kindness. It made my day. I felt very special. I felt very happy that someone did something to me. So I felt very grateful. I also thought that I should have do something to like similar like that to someone else if I had a chance, because that is so surprising, and that will inculcate that feeling, that emotion that comes. It's very beautiful, it's very natural. So that is what random act of kindness does to other person. So gratitude practice also fosters empathy, the ability to understand that whatever the other person is going through is tough for them based on their circumstances. So we don't need to judge them, just be there for them. That is a quality that when you start practicing gratitude, it automatically comes for you. So and especially this particular video I just wanted to play, it really is one of my favorites. I keep listening to that.
There's no audio.
Yes, Ravali. We can't hear the audio.
Yeah, I'll just share the computer. Can you hear, Shishma?
Yes, yes, we can hear.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
You are?
Yeah.
For what? What did I do?
Clean my room. You're so nice.
You're the best, buddy.
See, a random act of kindness, the mom will definitely remember that moment of how her son has appreciated. Such a boy comes out and appreciates her mom's effort. We can inculcate this habit of expressing gratitude, it's coming naturally. It's not just telling it for the sake of telling. So that is what gratitude helps us. It nurtures our relationships. It helps us to see other person in a different way. It makes us more empathetic and all that. So we can make gratitude as an everyday practice, and journal. Just start simple journal 3 things that you're grateful for. Add reason to that. Don't just write it, so that it has more energy to that, the feeling and emotion that comes out of it. Tell something that you appreciate about anyone in your life. Ask why do you appreciate that, tell that to them. Just pause and notice. End your day with gratitude. Express kindness. Appreciate your physical body. Don't ever forget that. Do gratitude meditations whenever you have time. Just write a gratitude letter to yourself on how your journey has been, what all you went through, how you faced it. It's a self appreciation. You don't need it from anyone else. So tell gratitude to your meals, while you're doing your course, and also especially while you go back to sleep during your bedtime. This is how you start inculcating gratitude in your everyday life. So this is just most of it I wanted to talk about. Especially I wanted to talk about this thing. This is a beautiful para that I picked up from this book called Little Liar, written by Mitch Albom. So it is a testimony of all those people who are in Auschwitz, especially Jews who are in those Holocaust camps, and who are taken to those places, and you never know when they are going to die. They're not fed, they're not given enough food, and no one is coming to help them. So in that moment, this person Lazare, who is a Holocaust, he actually died. So this person Lazare, who is now a skeletal version of his old thick self, would ask everyone to recite one thing they were grateful for that day. So everyone used to pick up something. They say that I was grateful for the spoonful of soup. I'm grateful for my tooth that finally fell out. One person said that I was not beaten that day, so I'm grateful for that. The other person said that I slept through the night. I saw a bird. The guard who was torturing me, he was no more. So he was sent to another block. So these were all, they were telling to each other. So these brave souls were finding hope in the darkest place of the earth at that time. And the gratitude liberated them from suffering for that moment, for that day. So this is what this beautiful practice does to you. And it definitely raises your emotional status, your consciousness level, and makes everyday living much more happier, much more joyful, yet no matter what you face in your life. So thank you so much for this beautiful opportunity where I could tell. There's so much more on this topic. All you need to is just pick up things and start experiencing for yourself. Yeah. Thank you.